Hey everybody, this is Dr. David Jockers, and today we're talking about 10 ways to improve your lymphatic system. And the lymphatic system is really our second circulatory system. So most people are familiar with our blood vessels, like our capillaries, our arteries, our heart, but they don't realize we have a second circulatory system. It's called our lymphatic system. It's what actually takes waste out of our body. So we have these popular terms in today's society like detoxification and cleansing. Well, the lymphatic system is really the key system for detoxification and cleansing. And if your lymphatic system is not working well, you're going to have an increased toxin burden. So you're going to have more toxicity that's going to sit in your system, increasing your risk of things like chronic pain, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, as well as swelling and edema in your body. And ultimately, all of that can lead to a diagnosis like cancer. In fact, with all of my cancer clients, one of the biggest things I focus on is helping improve the lymphatic system. We're going to jump in that in detail in this video. We're going to go through 10 ways to improve your lymphatic system for more energy, less pain, and increased resiliency from chronic disease. So let's do this. So if you don't know me, my name is Dr. David Jockers, and I'm a natural health doctor, and I speak all around the country at churches, organizations. I'm in a lot of online health conferences, such as The Truth About Cancer, Anti-Aging Conference, and really I speak on a number of different topics, but I would say my real specialty is helping people overcome digestive problems, improve their energy, and reverse chronic disease. And you can see here's my family, my beautiful wife, Angel, my little boys, identical twins, David and Joshua, and that's us. So that's just a little bit about myself. Now let's jump into our topic. So as this slide says, good lymphatic function reduces your risk of cancer. We know in our society, 1 out of 2 men, 1 out of 3 women will develop cancer during the course of their life. That literally cancer is one of the biggest epidemics of our society. So all of us really need to be focusing on improving our lymphatics so we don't end up getting cancer and really so we can thrive in our life on a regular basis. And so the lymphatic system helps take toxins from basically that seep out of tissue and pulls them out of the circulation, circulates them around, gets them into the liver where they can be deactivated, and really helps just get rid of overall toxicity and stress in our body. So it's very, very important for that reason. And one way to think about a stagnant lymphatic system, it would be in a sense like if your sink, your toilet bowl, and your shower or bathtub, if they were all backed up. You think about it, if there's times I grow a real thick beard, so when I shave, sometimes the hair, because it's so thick, will get clogged. It'll clog up the pipe, and I have to dump in like some liquid plumber or something like that in order to unclog it. Well, what happens when it's clogged up? The water becomes really stagnant. Ends up with hair and all kinds of stuff, all kinds of debris that ends up in the actual sink. It's the same thing. If your toilet bowl backs up, you have rotted feces and urine that just sits there, creating a massive stench. And ultimately, the house smells toxic, becomes a breeding ground for bad bacteria, and just becomes a sick house. Well, it's the same thing in our body. The lymphatic system is kind of like the pipes. It helps to pull the toxins out of the body and really, in a sense, just helps our body to function the way it's designed, the way it's supposed to. So we need that good lymphatic function. So let's jump into this. 10 tips for a healthy lymphatic system. We need to exercise. Movement is life. So we've got to move. In fact, the lymphatic system, the way the circulation moves is through what we call the skeletal muscle pump. So we've got to actually be moving our body in order to pump the lymphatics. If we're a sedentary lifestyle, if we're sitting for long periods of time, that's going to create stagnicity in our lymphatic system. So exercise, very key. Stress reduction. If we're under chronic stress, we're going to create sluggishness in our lymphatic system. So we'll talk about some ways to reduce stress. Perspiring, sweating, using things like infrared sauna or exercising at a high intensity in order to perspire is super key for the lymphatic system. Different herbs. You may have heard of things like Essiac tea. There's certain herbs in there like milk thistle and burdock that are very, very good. Berberine is another one. Very good for the lymphatic system. Dry brushing. We're going to go into detail on that. An anti-inflammatory diet, we want to make sure that we are hydrating well, and particularly hydrating with water that's mineralized. Minerals are key for lymphatic function. We want to dress accordingly. By that I mean tight restrictive clothing is going to restrict lymphatic circulation. So there may be times where we're wearing tight clothes, but we don't want to do it for long periods of time. So we want to make sure we've got lighter, looser clothing on the majority of time so we can get good circulation, good lymphatic flow. Getting a massage. So massage, in fact, there's a type of massage called lymphatic massage that a lot of individuals, especially individuals that have edema and swelling in their ankles, that's a sign that you have poor lymphatic function. So a lot of individuals will get a lymphatic massage to help with circulation, to help with improving lymphatics, and then regular chiropractic care. Chiropractic care just helps the body run more effectively and more efficiently. It's very important for good lymphatic function. We want to make sure the spine, the neurology is working well. It helps reduce scar tissue buildup in the body, helps create good motion in the spine, as well as all the major joints. That's really what we want to be doing in order to improve our lymphatic system. So rebounding. This is a great, simple exercise that almost anybody can do. And basically, you just get a small trampoline, and you're not trying to jump really high. You're not trying to be a child and jump and do backflips and cannonballs on this thing. Instead, you're just doing very gentle rebounding, meaning you're just you start with a very gentle jump, and you're really not using, we don't really try to put any force into jumping after you do the initial jump. Instead, you're letting the trampoline kind of throw you up and down, and you're just basically coming off of the trampoline maybe an inch or two at a time. So if you have poor balance, you'll want to make sure you've got a bar, something like that, or a wall that you can be leaning against or holding against, so that way you don't fall over. If you have decent balance, you're not worried about falling over, then it actually will improve your balance, which is important because we know falls put more people in the hospital than anything else. And we know the hospital is the last place any of us want to be. And it's one of the top leading causes of death. More people die in a hospital really from errors, hospital-borne errors, than almost anything else. So we want to stay out of the hospital. So rebounding is a great way to help improve your balance and help prevent falls. On top of that, as you can read in this, there are a number of different benefits, but we'll just summarize it by helping improve circulation and lymphatic drainage in the body. So it's a very simple, easy thing. You can get a rebounder for like $50, something like that, maybe even less, at Walmart. Set it up and do this on a regular basis. So rebounding. Good nutrition. So our food guide pyramid here that we look at when it comes to an anti-inflammatory diet looks like this. A lot different than the traditional food guide pyramid. At the bottom, you'll see good fats. We want to really be focusing on things like avocados, coconut oil, grass-fed butter, pasture-raised eggs, extra virgin coconut oil. We want to get these good fats as the main calorie source in our diet. We also want antioxidants, lots of antioxidants. So we're looking at things like non-starchy vegetables, herbs, using things like turmeric, ginger, basil, oregano, thyme. These great herbs are so good for the body, very good for circulation, antioxidant rich. We want low glycemic fruit, things like lemons and limes, so good for the body. Lemons and limes, in fact, they're loaded with vitamin C and bioflavonoids, which are some of the most important nutrients for good circulation, lemons and limes. Amazing. We'll talk about supplements at the end. My favorite supplements for circulation are magnesium, vitamin C, and bioflavonoids. So that's basically a compound that we find, bioflavonoids, compound we find in a lot of citrus fruit like lemons and limes. So really good for the body. Also clean protein. So we want to be consuming things like grass-fed beef, pasture-raised chicken and turkey, wild-caught salmon, wild-caught fish, organic, naturally raised animal products. Fiber. Nuts and seeds are great. We don't want to consume heavy amounts of them, though. I see a lot of people that change their diet and they eat bags full of granola and almonds and almond flour, everything. The problem with that is when we overdo nuts, nuts are a common food sensitivity and they can be irritating on our gut lining. So I recommend them in moderation, small amounts, like for example, a small handful of nuts 3 times a week, or maybe an almond flour dish once or twice a week. You really don't want to over consume it, but definitely can be a key part of your diet. Fermented foods, so doing things like kimchi, Sauerkraut, pickles, these are great. Coconut water kefir. There's also coconut milk yogurt. You can get, if you do okay with dairy, you can do grass-fed goat yogurt or grass-fed cow yogurt. All great. Fermented foods are amazing for the body. They provide tons of good bacteria, enzymes, lots of fermented nutrients, unique nutrients that are just great for the body, reduce inflammation and support overall health. And then natural sweeteners. My favorite natural sweetener is stevia, followed by monk fruit or lohan extract. Those are my top two. Other than that, or if you're somebody that doesn't feel like you respond well to those ones, you can also do things like raw honey, a small amount, maybe some maple syrup. Grade B is a darker maple syrup, which may have more B vitamins in it. Although I think just any general organic maple syrup in small amounts can be okay, unless you're trying to do a very low carb diet, like a ketogenic diet. Coconut sugar, that's another one, or coconut nectar. Again, these sorts of sugars and sweeteners should be used in moderation. So not a tremendous amount, but those are all good. And then also sugar alcohols. Sugar alcohols, for some people, they'll cause a lot of gas and bloating. Others do very well with them. So you got to see how you do, but those would be okay as well. And you can see some of my favorite anti-inflammatory superfoods up here: avocados, broth, so organic broth, Himalayan sea salt, which is one of the best forms of getting good minerals in the body, and minerals are key for lymphatic function. Apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar, amazing for the lymphatics. The organic acids in there are very good for stimulating digestive juice production, as well as improving circulation. You can see pumpkin seeds, which is a great seed, loaded with zinc and B vitamins, ginger, coconut water or coconut water kefir. So a fermented coconut water, amazing, really good stuff. Coconut oil. These are the kinds of foods we want to be consuming on a regular basis to reduce inflammation in the body and improve circulation and lymphatic drainage. So one of my favorite things is actually lemon water. We talked about the benefits of citrus, the combination of vitamin C, potassium, and bioflavonoids really supercharges our circulation, helps improve overall circulation and lymphatic drainage. It's one of the reasons why everybody that does this tells me they have so much more energy after they do lemon water or lime water, or they squeeze lemon on their salad as a salad dressing. They notice that they have better energy. They notice that, in a sense, that they have better mental function. One of the reasons is they have more oxygenation in their body, better lymphatic drainage, so they're detoxifying better. So good for the body. Oxygen, we want to make sure we're taking long, deep breaths. We know the average individual in society is taking 12 to 18 breaths per minute. So when we're taking short, shallow breaths like that, that sends us a stress response to our neurology. And our nervous system says, we must be under attack. We need to either fight or flight. And so it signals this overall stress response. Stress hormone comes out. And when we have elevated stress hormone, we're not going to be able to rest and heal. That's not good. It's not good for circulation. It's not good for lymphatic drainage, not good for detox and healing. Instead, taking time to do long, deep breaths, where we do a 4-second inhalation, 2-second hold, 4-second exhalation. This is great breathing habits for optimal circulation, optimal lymphatic drainage. It will help reduce stress hormones and improve the body's ability to heal and repair. So we want to be taking time to take long, deep breaths. Infrared sauna. So we really, perspiration is one of the key ways that we eliminate toxins from the body. It's also very good for circulation and lymphatic drainage. So for most people, they're not getting out and exercising and working up a sweat. That's a great way to do it, something that I would definitely recommend. Unless you have severe adrenal fatigue, getting outside and in the heat, ideally, and working out at a high intensity will actually get you sweating, get you perspiring, and help you detox. But if you're not able to do that, getting in a sauna, really almost any sauna, steam sauna would be great. Infrared sauna is the best because the heat penetrates deep within your body and helps to basically eliminate toxins, gets toxins circulating that are stuck into deep tissues. It's one of the best ways to move toxins in your body, to improve lymphatic drainage, and in general, to help reverse chronic disease and just eliminate heavy metals. It helps boost the immune system, and your immune system will then help deactivate viruses, as well as helping to kill off bad bacteria and parasites. So there's so many benefits to using a sauna. It's definitely a great advanced strategy for helping you heal well. Dry brushing. This is a really simple strategy. Doesn't cost you anything. Whereas the infrared sauna, the kind that I use, costs typically anywhere from about $1,500 to, I mean, some of their units are $5,000 to $10,000, and they're great to have in your house. If you can't budget that, then definitely be doing the dry brushing. This is simple and easy. You can get a dry brush, simple dry brush for like $8 at your health food store or on Amazon.com. And you just dry brush, you just, in a sense, you're not wet, you're dry, and you're brushing your skin. You're using circular movements, and you should start from your extremities and move towards your heart. And you're helping to move the lymphatic system. Because again, the lymphatic system, there's no actual muscle, whereas in your capillaries, your arteries, there's actual smooth muscle in there that helps pump blood. In the lymphatic system, there's no muscle. In a sense, it's avascular tissue, doesn't have blood supply into it. And so it depends on the muscles around it in order to pump fluid. And so that's why movement is so key, but also things like massage and dry brushing the skin help to move the vessels and move fluid through the vessels. So you just, again, you take this and you start from your extremities, you move towards your heart. It feels great, will stimulate endorphins. You'll feel so much better. It'll also help exfoliate your skin, which is really good for anti-aging and just good overall skin health. And again, moves your lymphatics, so it's great. And if you're in a relationship, you have a partner, you're married, then it's a great thing to be doing with your spouse as well, because it's just very sensual. So it helps connect you guys, and you release the endorphins. And when you're doing it with somebody, you also get this release of oxytocin, which helps you connect at a higher and a deeper level. So great for your relationship too. You're able to support and love each other and improve your health at the same time. So great strategy. Chiropractic care. Chiropractic is definitely foundational when it comes to maximizing your overall health. Chiropractic helps to take stress off the body, off the nervous system. And because of that, helps your body adapt to stress. So all of us are under stress. The key is, how well are we adapting to stress? We've all heard the term, I feel like I've got a monkey on my back. And the reason why we say that is because when we're under a lot of stress, we develop tremendous amount of tension on our spine. Our spine is what bears all of our weight under gravity. So chiropractic helps to remove the tension, the stress, the fixations, and the scar tissue that's in the joints of the spine, the muscles around it, which allows you to be able to adapt to stress at a higher level. And your ability to adapt to stress is what healthy aging is all about. And the more that we're able to take stress off the nerve system, the better your body's able to handle the daily stresses of life. It's also able to organize and heal your organ tissues more effectively and improve overall circulation and lymphatic drainage. So definitely something you want to look at as a regular part of your healthcare strategy. And at my clinic, and if you're in the Atlanta area, I'd invite you out to my clinic, Exodus Health Center. Myself, my colleagues, Dr. Shannon Good, Dr. Andrew St. Bernard, excellent chiropractors. We take amazing care of people. So if you're interested in chiropractic care, you're in the Atlanta area, we would be honored and privileged to be able to take care of you. You can see our office website is exodushc.com, and our phone number is listed below. Okay, supplements to support circulation. I talked about this earlier. My favorite two are favorite three, vitamin C and bioflavonoids. And this is really, when I put people on vitamin C, I always recommend it to take it with bioflavonoids. And that's why we created this product called Super C, because it's a combination, a one-to-one combination of vitamin C with bioflavonoids, which is basically what you would get when you squeeze a lemon. It's very natural because we get the vitamin C. Vitamin C is super key for circulatory health, extremely important for circulatory health. In fact, it's one of the most important things for protecting the arterial tissue. So when people have things like atherosclerosis or scarring of their arteries, that's a warning sign they're vitamin C deficient. So vitamin C is very important for that. Vitamin P, which is also called citrus bioflavonoids, synergizes with vitamin C, and it helps to improve overall oxygen delivery. So you're actually able to get better oxygen extraction from your capillaries and into the cells of the body. So it helps with overall circulation. And they also help to support the tissue structure of the lymphatic system. See, vitamin C is so key to collagen production, and collagen is really what makes up the muscle tissue in our capillaries, and it also makes up basically the type of tissue that produces the lymphatic system. So the lymphatic vessels, as well as the veins, vitamin C is really key for the foundation of that and to protect them over time. When people develop things like varicose veins and swelling and edema in their ankles, again, these are signs that their body's it's under a tremendous amount of oxidative stress. Vitamin C and bioflavonoids are definitely the best thing in these particular cases. Now, right behind that would be magnesium, because magnesium is very important for overall tone of the muscles. So it helps the actual tone, or the muscle potential in a sense, or the muscle contractions in the arterial beds, as well as really all of our muscle contractions. So like when people are magnesium deficient, one of the big things that they often develop are muscle twitches or heart arrhythmias. The heart is a muscle. So when people have cardiac arrhythmias, it's often a sign that they are magnesium deficient. It's like a muscle spasm of the heart. It's the same thing here with our blood vessels. We want to make sure we've got good circulation, good lymphatic flow. Magnesium helps create ease and tone, and good tone in the whole circulatory system. So big fan of using our Brain Calm Magnesium. You can find both of these products at our website, drjockers.com, on our store page. So be sure to check that out. So we've gone through a lot of steps and principles when it comes to improving your lymphatics. We talked a lot about dry brushing. We also talked a lot about infrared sauna. We talked about exercise. We talked about reducing stress. We also talked about chiropractic care, massage. We talked about rebounding. We also went into some different supplements, Super C, the Brain Calm Magnesium. So these are all things you can be doing at home on a regular basis to improve your circulation, improve your lymphatic health, improve your body's ability to detoxify. And if you want more help with your health, myself and my functional nutritionist, Haley Gibson, we work with people all around the world. So we do consults and Skype consults, phone consults with people literally all over the world. We also look at labs, and we do in-depth lab evaluations and write up reports for people. We do nutrition and lifestyle coaching, and we help people figure out the best supplements for them to help accomplish their health goals. And ultimately, our goal is to really just get to the root cause of why people are struggling with the various health issues that they may be struggling with, and help them to improve their life and their health. And it's an honor and privilege to be able to help people all around the world to improve their health. And so if you're interested in that, just reach out to us. You can find all of our information at drjockers.com. We'd be happy to be able to work with you and help you improve your health. So with that being said, hope you got a lot out of this video. If so, go ahead and leave a comment in the comments box below, and be sure to subscribe to our channel so that way you get all of our regular updates, our Google Lives. We do our YouTube Lives. We do a lot of these things live where you can jump right on. So go ahead and subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you on one of our future trainings. God bless you guys. Have a wonderful day.